Oh my God.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our new food video. We've got a new year. That means maybe a new you or maybe not. So I was contemplating all the recipes that I was going to do for January. We've eaten all this like heavy food and all these sweets and candies, and so I thought that I would start out with like something maybe a little more fresh and light for the new year, and this recipe that I'm going to share with you is perfect for that. This is a kale and citrus salad. Now, please don't turn your nose up at kale. Kale is extremely healthy for you. You can put it in soups, salads, you can cook it. It is delicious, okay? And I definitely want you to go run to your grocery store and try some kale, okay? Maybe if you don't try this recipe in particular, you need to at least try some type of kale. It is really high in vitamin C, which that's going to boost your immune system. If you are trying to lose weight, maybe that's one of your New Year's goals, this stuff right here, it's going to help you, and it's going to be nutritious for you. It's not going to be like rice cakes, aka styrofoam, okay? This is actually going to help your body and build up your immune system, okay? So what I have here, I went and I bought organic kale that's like already chopped up, already rinsed in the bag. And they come in these really big bags, so I only use like, maybe a fourth of that bag, so a little goes a long way. Now you can also buy it in the stalks, and if you do that, I think this recipe calls for like 1 or 2 stalks of it. What you'll do is by hand, like pull those leaves off of the stalks, and then you'll take a knife and roll it up and cut it so that you've got like these little strips like that, okay? That way it's like, kind of bite size. Okay, so now that I've explained that, we're gonna work on our dressing. Okay, so what I have is I've got 1/4 of a cup of orange juice, and then we're gonna add a clove of garlic. Again, I'm just using this that's already minced. It's just easier. Okay. And then we've got, whoa, goodness gracious, that was almost a really big spill. Okay, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Two. Okay. Put that down before I make a really big mess. Okay, then we've got a teaspoon of sugar. And if you notice, I'm just putting this all in a mason jar. That's what it is. This is what I mix up our dressings in. It's just so much easier. Okay, so we're gonna do a little pinch of kosher salt, and then some black pepper, just a little bit. Okay, now what we're gonna do, so we're going to put on top on our mason jar, seal it up really good because we don't want to make a huge mess. And we're going to shake this up just for a few minutes or a few seconds so that it gets all combined really well, okay? We'll do that. Okay, now take the top off, and we're going to add, make this off really good, a heaping tablespoon of Greek plain yogurt. And it has to be Greek and it has to be plain. Like, you do not want to put vanilla flavored yogurt in this. And this is the yogurt that I usually get, just the plain, and I like eat this with granola and fruit, but I just add a touch of honey to it, because if you eat this plain, it's almost like sour cream. Okay, so this is a healthier substitute than sour cream. We're going to take a heaping tablespoon and put it in here. Okay, now we're going to put the lid back on the jar, and we're going to shake some more. Okay, so if you're really wanting to boost your immune system, this salad is like a super booster, okay? So we have orange juice, which obviously has vitamin C. Then we have these little cuties, or the little mandarin oranges that we're gonna put in this salad. That's got vitamin C in it. And then you got your kale. So this is a really great salad. Now, this salad, I guess, is really inspired by the Pioneer Woman's citrus kale salad. Now, the difference between hers and mine is, like, she's not real specific about you need to use organic ingredients. And then she also puts sliced jalapenos on top of her salad. So that's always a good option if you like spicy stuff. But we do not care for spicy stuff at all, especially my husband. So what you're gonna do is, once you've got this all shaken up in your little mason jar, you're gonna pour about half of this dressing over your kale. Now, kale is kind of different than like your regular salad greens. Okay, so let me explain the reason why I went ahead and drizzled that dressing over this. Kale is different than your regular salad greens. The longer that this sits on this kale, the kale will actually absorb the flavors that, you know, are coming from your dressing, so it just gets better and it gets more flavorful. So while that's kind of marinating a little bit, we're going to take our goat cheese. This is like crumbled goat cheese, and we're going to put this over our salad. Okay, and then we're going to take our little cuties or mandarin oranges, you know, whatever you have, clementines, anything citrus. Don't put lemons though, that would not be good. I'm sorry, I have to say that because I can just see my husband trying to make this recipe or something, and he would like go back on the video and say, well, she said anything citrus, so not lemons. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna sprinkle them all over your salad. And I don't know if you have children or grandchildren, but my children love these little cuties or orange, little clementine, whatever they are. Hub calls them cuties because they are cute. They're little bitty, but they love them, and they're great. They're healthy to pack in their lunches. They're just wonderful. Okay. So, I've got all that on there. Like I said, this recipe is inspired by the Pioneer Woman's recipe. So, if you like spice, like a little spicy something, get you a jalapeno and slice it really thin, and you can put that on the top. That is not my game. I don't care for anything like that. So, we're going to put the rest of this dressing on the top. And there you go. And now you have a beautiful kale and citrus salad. I hope you enjoy, and stay tuned for next week. I'll have something else, maybe a little light and refreshing to start your new year off right. Have a great week.